The Winged Victory is an antiquity that is world-renowned. This artwork is a famous sculpture that is currently located in the Louvre in Paris, France. It is one of the greatest masterpieces because of the artistry of the piece. The artist and date are unknown, but it is believed to be from the 2nd century BC. This piece was found by the amateur archaeologist Charles Champousseau on the Samothrace island, which is located in the Aegean Sea of Greece. This piece was discovered on April 15th, 1883. Nike was believed to be on the prow of a naval ship, a fountain, and have a reflective pool in front of her. She stands 18 feet and 3 inches tall from her wings to her base. She was believed to stand for the importance of victory at sea. Samothrace was not known for any historical events, politics, or philosophy, but was known for having a sanctuary that many people over the time found recluse. This piece was also famous for its discovery. The background on both the base and the sculpture are an excellent specimen from the Hellenistic time period and the Rhodian piece of work. The base has 23 layers of marble. It is a dark gray Aegean Rhodian marble. This marble came from the island of Rhodes. It is also a Hellenistic piece of work. There were a lot of battleships during this time period, especially in the Aegean Sea, which they were battling to get control over. A lot of artistry of the piece comes from the pose it holds. The piece is known for the artistic way the female figure, Nike, is twisting and in motion at the prow of the ship. She stands with confidence, triumph, and grace as she steps forward. One can envision the spray of the sea hitting her, and her gown, as it is clinging to her abdomen. The wind pushes her gown out from behind her, and creates folds in the garment. The movement of the garment creates a sensation of energy, and shows the direction the wind is blowing. The understanding of wet, thin cloth is demonstrated within this piece. The flow of the sculpture is precise and detailed. Even without arms and a head, the piece is exquisite. Sculpting outstretched wings, wet cloth, and having a balanced pose, and creating it out of marble is an artistry that is highly respected among art connoisseurs. The pose of the statue is best viewed from the front left side. The lines of the piece are more crisp and exact in comparison to the rest. In the Louvre brochure, it states, "The Victory's figure is incorporated into a right-angle triangle, encompassing the generous lines of the body, the folds of the garment, and the energy of her forward movement. The placement of the hips and shoulders are square to the viewer." The right and back side of the sculpture is more plain in comparison to the left. The wings have fewer feathers, and the garment is not as rendered. This is because the statue was the main focus in a sanctuary, so experts believe it was supposed to be viewed from the front and left side rather than at all angles. Being able to view all parts shows her slender frame, her expanding wings, a sense of direction, and firm movement. This artwork was found near an excavation site. Champousseau walked away from his group and he saw a little bit of white marble jutting out of the ground. Curious, he cleared away some dirt and realized that something was buried underneath it. So he called over his team and they extracted the piece, realizing it was a statue. But they could not locate the head or arms of the piece. Later on, they did end up finding a hand, which is also currently at the Louvre. It was also found on the island of Samothrace, and it is in the sanctuary of the Greek gods. Nike, known for victory, was the daughter of Styx and her father, Pallas. Her siblings were known for zeal, strength, force, and insight. She worked under the king of gods, Zeus. The base of the piece was found after the statue was. From the same time period, a coin was discovered with Nike on it, and it looked just like the statue. So the French government sent a team back to Samothrace to see if any other of the statue's remains might be found, such as the head or the arms. This was how the base was discovered. They brought it back to France, reuniting the two parts once again. The battleship in which she was a part of is believed to have won an important victory, as Nike means victory. This statue was at the prow of the ship to give congratulations to the soldiers on board and honor them for their brave fight. Balancing the structure was tricky when it came to carving and attaching the wings to the statue. The wings are so large it might have created a balancing problem. The artist solved this problem by using a process called cantilevering, meaning the artist used the body of the statue to help support the wings and used the dowels to keep them in place. The base is made out of a different type of marble to distinguish the ship from Nike and to add some dramatic effects to the piece. The Winged Victory of Samothrace is located in the Douro staircase in the Louvre and has been there since 1884. This relic has its own wing in the Louvre. Millions of people all over the world gather to come and admire this piece of art. The Nike of Samothrace is one of the Louvre's most beloved treasures. It has been considered one of the world's most moving and inspirational works. It still has meaning today, as various artists have loved and been influenced by it. Perhaps this is because of the romantic nature and a sense of mystery with the billowing dress, movement in the wings, and missing parts. Friedrich Kessler, an architect and sculptor, made a replica in 1951 in bronze. His piece has no figure and reinterpretation of victory, but with collapsing wings to the ground. Craig French was another artist who took inspiration from the one at the Louvre. His structure is made of stainless steel and glass. This piece embodies the elements of the Greek goddesses' strength, speed, determination, and ultimately success. It is a 25-foot winged victory sculpture, and it sits outside the Atlantic Art Corporation Office Park in Georgia. There are replicas that can be found everywhere around the world. One of the largest and most famous is the one outside of Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas. This replica is 10 feet tall and has been there since 1966. There was a daredevil named Evel Knievel that once jumped over the fountain. He did end up falling and he broke multiple bones. This is just one example of a replica somewhere around the world, but there are many others. The Winged Victory is such a strong piece that it will continue to be replicated, reinterpreted, continue to inspire other artists all around the globe from its different attributes. The Winged Victory is a Rhodian monument. It was a sanctuary of the great gods who helped protect those out at sea. This was a religious act to honor the gods, as believed it was commemorative of the victorious sea battle. There were many battles over trading and the passages of the Aegean Sea. This piece is soaked in the tradition of the Hellenistic style and considered a great masterpiece. The natural flow of the billowing skirt, the sheer garments clinging to the body, and the twisting movement of the female form are breathtaking. No head or arms needed. The base created a platform of importance, leading all attention to victory. The intrinsic wings expand vastly over the base, and the marble expanding the piece outwards. Altogether, the viewer can imagine and feel the energy of the water, wind, and the importance of this moment. Looking at artwork can show us what Hellenistic civilization used to be like, and it gives us a window into what they might have thought, how they might have lived, and what things might have been like. The Winged Victory is admired because it transports us back in time to when sanctuary was sought, honoring battles and victory were important, and when art was refined and inherently beautiful.